Hey everybody, welcome to the Combo Wombo podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Gimpy, and as always with me is the one, the only, Chipped Monk. What's up, brother?
What's happening, bro? I was born in the year of the GOAT. Greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time. I don't know. I think a rat, snake maybe? I don't know. I haven't looked. For real, you're the GOAT? That's
no, but so I just keep telling people.
Just gonna say it? Yeah.
If I say it enough times, it becomes true.
Right.
Everybody knows that.
What if that makes you like 50-something years old, though? Like,
I'm all right with that.
You're cool with it?
It's even then I'm the Billy Goat, dude.
I appreciate
some added prestige to the name, dude.
Yeah, dude. I appreciet it.
Oh, man. You been playing any video games, dude? What are you doing? What's going on with your week? What happened, man?
The Steam Deck has been my saving grace for playing games, truthfully.
Yeah? Are you digging it, man?
Yeah. Day job has been, taking over my day, as for most people, I have to work during the day. Typically, my day has been slow and I could play like Rocket League during the day and just chill out.
Yeah.
This week, not so much.
You gotta be in there.
So after work, I'm with the kids and all that. But with the Steam Deck, I could be with the kids, kind of set them up on their own thing and play my own games next to them. So with
just
that,
all hanging out.
I reignited my love for Slay the Spire and Spelunky 2. So I've been just like hitting the roguelikes pretty hard.
Did that new time save get you hyped up for Spelunky 2?
What time save?
It's like speedrunners, I guess, like they figured out a way to like bypass like half the game.
Oh really? No, I didn't even know about
that. It's
like
a newer one. Yeah, they like throw like 5 stacks of blocks at like the one guy who like stomps, and that lets you get through the door that you wouldn't that you needed all the stuff to get through before. So
I'll have to look that up. That sounds cool.
This is the newer hack, man. I thought that was what got you back in. I felt like we had the same YouTube recommendations.
Yeah, right. No, just on a whim. I just was like, oh, I haven't played Spelunky 2 in a while, and I fucking loved that game. I made it to
why I got the
final stage, like prior, and was like, okay, I'll play it again tomorrow. Then I think I got sick because I was playing through it. Shout out Sir Trank, who it's his birthday tomorrow, so shout out Sir Trank. But him and I he was like my Spelunky partner there, and we got super far into the game co-op, and then we were gonna play it like it's one of those age-old things, right? We're like, we'll play it tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I got sick, and then it was weeks, then months, then to where we are now.
Yeah, that's the birthday.
Is what it is. But yeah, dude.
Shout out to Splunking inside Sir Trike, dude.
No. But dude, the Steam Deck, that's been nice. Outside of that, I've been putting more time into Overwatch 2 when I can. I played it the
couple of Cave Explorers, dude. Yeah, I played a bunch of Overwatch 2 too, man.
Yeah, we need to jump in together. Did you get ranked yet?
I've been playing some ranked. I played like 2 ranked games. Yes, more Overwatch, man. I don't know. It's
I think it's fun. I've been playing with a group for the most part, so I've been having a great time. Were you playing with like one person or solo, or
I was just mostly solo, dude. I've just been throwing it on here and there. Like I have weird video gaming hours. Like I just play whenever the fancy takes me. I'm like, it's the middle of the day on a Friday when most people are at work. I'm gonna play some Overwatch too.
Yes, I saw you on, and I was like, God damn. Usually I could just join you because work's not that busy, but I was like,
wow. I just took the day off of work, dude.
I was just disappointed in it.
My coworker was like, "Oh, you taking off Friday?" And I'm like, "I wasn't, but now that you said that, like, I don't know. Maybe they know something I don't. I guess, I guess I'll take it off. Yeah,
I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, man. So what have you been playing outside of Overwatch, man? Just
I've been doing like some apps. I've been doing that Shape Lab. I bought Shape Lab at one point. It's like a VR sculpting program. I didn't like it. Like it was good. It's way good. Like, but then I found out they have like a thing called Medium by Adobe, which is like the same thing. It's like 3D sculpting. It's not as good as Shape Labs, but it's also free. So, I just refunded like the $34, and like Shape Labs is in beta still. So there's like some features that just weren't there. The give and take of this is Medium by Adobe crashes all the time, and it's been doing this like for 2 years since they put it out. And like, since it's free, I don't think they're going to be working too hard to fix any of these problems. I guess also like Quill by Smooth Step also went free at one point.
Okay. Okay.
And that is like an animation program in VR.
How the hell does that work?
It's weird, man. It looks like extra steps to get to like what you want,
Right.
you know?
Right.
It's interesting. I haven't used it, but I added it to my library because I was like, oh, it's free. I might as well add this, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've been doing like a ton of Medium with Adobe. I played some more Rogue Squadron in VR.
How far are you? Did you beat it yet? Or
No, dude. Like I struggle with my VR legs still. So I get in like 20, 30 minutes, like a day maybe. And then I'm playing like every other day. So I'm very early on. And then like I spent a bunch of time just trying to figure out like fixing my controls in it as well.
Yeah.
I think I'm on like the third or fourth mission, dude. I'm not far at all.
Okay.
And then I thought I was like a hot shot, dude. I turned off like the UI stuff. Cause like there's like enough UI, like if you're paying attention, there's enough UI stuff in the game. And I was like, this is all right. But then like you have very specific mission objectives at points where it's like you have to do this, this, and this, and like none of that shows up in the game UI, like inside of the ship. So I'm like, God damn. So I think I gotta turn it back on just to get by this one part that I'm at. It's a very specific part, so I don't know.
Gotcha.
But I was having fun without any of the stuff on there.
Yeah, I was talking to shout out Sir Solace about because there's a couple of big VR release came out, Bone Lab, and he was like he owns a Quest 2 headset, doesn't play it that often, and he was talking about what do you think would make VR like more accessible to someone like him who owns it but just doesn't have he can't be asked to put on the headset and just play a game. He's like, what games would you say your favorite besides Half-Life Alyx? And I was like, that's actually a really great question.
Dude, I've been hold on, let me just interject here.
Sure.
I've been saying this since day one when I got this. Meta, you need to get on your shit. You got to add a mode just for sitting and then one for laying down. If you add a sitting and laying down mode, dude, like just do that. Like it doesn't make sense that I can't just be like, I just want to be sitting. Like they have a stationary boundary, but like none of the games respect it. Like you need to have like a working infrastructure across the board where it's like, if I switch to a stationary boundary, no game should think I want to move around at all. Like I shouldn't have to like set it up inside the game. And then like every game should have like that Halo 2, like look up here, look down here, Master Chief. Like, that type of thing, like a calibration.
Okay.
Right away. And that's it. In the process. It make it way more accessible for more people. That's all I'm saying.
Interesting.
Because like a lot of people don't have like a 5 foot by 5 foot play area that they want to set up like every time that they want to get into things. Like all the sculpting I've been doing, I've been sitting right here, bro. I've just been sitting in my chair, just doing it, living. Yeah. It's great.
That's a fair point. One of the things he said was locomotion in VR kind of takes him out of it because he wants to be able to actually walk and move. And I was like, well, you can if your space is big enough. He's like, yeah, but like something like the Omnitread or what isn't really viable for most people, And he's like,
bro, I've been looking at I feel like we're in the upper tier, bro. I told you I've still been looking at those motion sims.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna get like a whole ass 6 degree of motion simulator, dude. We're not most people, bro. We're built different on the podcast.
For sure. But I was telling him, I was like, well, the Omnitreads are getting cheaper. I was like, they're still kind of big for your house. You have to have like room for it. But someone like him, he has a room dedicated for VR.
Yeah.
So it's his workout room, and he just, like has enough space.
They're coming out with the new Omnitread. It's supposed to be better.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Like they fixed up the shoes a bit, but like I don't know, it just seems weird, man. Have you ever tried one of these like treadmill things?
I have not. I've used a self-powered treadmill, which I assume is what it is basically. Yeah. And like someone like Olympian Usain Bolt, right? Well, actually trains on that because he's like it forces me to use my muscles and stuff, and it's. He's like the motions are different, but it uses the same muscles as running, so that's why he likes to train. But
I don't know. I'm too out of shape for this stuff. I fucked up both my ankles just using a regular treadmill, dude.
Oh, really?
For like a couple months, dude. Like it was like decommissioned. I was like, God damn, I fucked up my ankles just walking on a treadmill, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the shoes or what, because I've been doing it for a while, man. But like,
right.
It was whatever happened that day, like completely fucked up my ankles. I don't know if it was the incline or what, bro.
Yeah.
It was the motion of the ocean or what the fuck happened.
For sure. Ankles fucked.
Yeah, dude. So I don't know about Omni treadmills for me, bro. I'm like, I'm here advocating for a bed mode, a pod mode for the Quest, dude. Like
for the yeah.
Now more open spaces.
So he goes, well, what I want is something like the movies where you just like plug in and it intercepts your brain or whatever, and so your mind thinks you're moving in it. I was like, he's like, do you think that's actually possible? And I was like, well, we have like bionic arms and stuff for people who lost limbs, and it's to the point where they could like get your brain waves so you could actually like move the hand, and like do stuff. I was like, so
there's a controller like that. Has anyone tried plugging that in, seeing if that works?
No, actually,
you know what I'm talking about? That yeah, there's like a neural like net thing that like
picks up your I know about the neural net.
You can control you can control video games with that. Has anyone tried hooking that up to VR?
Yeah,
like wearing like a head mesh already. And then like one of those, and how's that?
So
maybe that'd be all right.
Aren't far enough along.
No,
yeah.
We don't have brain implants yet. We can't jack into the Matrix.
Not yet. I think we're still rudimentary. But I was telling him, I was like, well, if we could combine the medical technology with VR, which actually using VR for like paraplegics is currently a thing, so they can explore the world really, but they're still in their bed. It gives them something to like you can move around in VR when they can't in real life. So
let me pitch you on this, like bro.
A psychological tool, which actually has been very effective from what I hear.
You ever see this movie? I've never seen it. There's a movie called Surrogates with Bruce Willis.
Yes, I have.
Where like people like use like robots to go around. What if we made that, but instead of like people surrogates, like we had like how like you see like these shitty bicycles and stuff everywhere, like electronic bikes and scooters.
Yep.
What if we had that, but like a tripod with like a camera on it for people, so you could like have like a surrogate like in different countries and stuff, and you could just like control that like in VR and just like drive around.
I mean,
and it has like a little screen on it, like a little like max headroom screen on it, so it can mess with people.
So here's the interesting thing about that. That kind of already exists.
All right, yeah.
You can I'll have to look at the website after this pod, and someone listening may know, but you can rent a drone to fly around in places around the world. I think the Grand Canyon was looking into it, where you can rent a drone, control it from your computer at home, and as we know, a lot of the drones have like a VR HMD kind of display as well, so you could theoretically just use your VR with it. But this might just be something where it's confined to a warehouse right now, but the technology is coming where you can rent a drone and fly wherever you want. Just exploring it from the comfort of your home. So I think
how would you do that, bro?
What right now? 5G and the internet, bro.
No, I'm saying would you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Like let's say it's like $30 an hour.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, you drop $30 to like fly around the Grand Canyon for a little bit.
Yep, I would.
Have you used any of like the tourism stuff like in VR that they have like Amsterdam or like
yes?
They have like have you used those? Yeah, I've done that. So I don't know. I don't think when it comes to money though, that's like where I kind of fall off on it. Where I'm like, if it's free, I'll check it out.
Look at it though. You have to spend money to go on a trip to these places for real, right?
Yeah.
You can still if you're just there to sightsee, it's way cheaper than hopping on a plane and doing it.
Yeah,
just the thought, and you could take pictures, dude. It's like I don't know,
it's
man.
Like I was there from bird's eye view.
Dude. Yeah, exactly. That's the thought. I think it's there.
But that technology's not quite ready yet for prime time.
I don't think so. I'll have to look again, but yeah, there's been some.
Who's this? Is this Solace who's looking for a VR room, or Sir Trike? Who's this?
Solace.
More wants a gym,
immersive VR. Yeah. Well, I mean, he has his home gym that
he wants a pool he can go into of like goo that he can breathe in.
Right. Like that. But that makes sense. So that he's like, so of all the games that you have outside of Half-Life Alyx, I realized that game's really good. What would you recommend? And I was like, well, for me, I find that it reignited my love for rhythm games. Beat Saber, Pistol Whip. Synth Riders, there's another one called Ragnarok, that are all really fun, and then he goes, that makes sense because like you've always liked rhythm games, but the rhythm game genre is kind of dead on flat screen, because like there's no new DDR, there's no new Elite Beat agents, there's like what do you have right now that's mainstream? Really nothing.
They kind of ice like Rock Band and like Guitar Hero and all this stuff kind of got iced. They like buried them to death, and then they're like went to a weird subscription model that like a couple people did, but like it's kind of a time and place type thing. It's more of like a party game type of situation too.
Right. True. But
you can make like a VR band, dude.
Yeah, actually, I absolutely love games like that. So like Beat Saber, Pistol Whip especially, is one of the funnest games I've ever played.
I tried to get the professor on that Sega Genesis VR collection.
Yeah,
I was like, we could play. Yeah, I was like, we could play together in VR. And he was like, nah, I'm good. So I don't know like how easy it would be to get like 4 people together for like a rhythm game, like in a VR space, man.
Dude, we all own Beat Saber, and I still haven't been able to get a bunch of people together to play. I played with the professor, and one other person was either Trike or Fart Dad. I can't remember, but
is the professor cheating at Beat Saber, bro?
No, he's ridiculous.
I watched him play live in person, and he failed both things. I don't know if it's the pressure of being in front of somebody.
It might have been the pressure. When he
and he also like went for like crazy hard songs too. So I think he was like trying to show off, and it like backfired. It's too much pressure for him.
So when he first got it right, I said I had to like sandbag on one song because I was doing super well, but I was doing so well. It was better than my own personal high score at home. So it's like, oh shit, I can't have you be getting this high score. So I sandbagged the end, right? He comes over to my house. And this is after he's been playing it for quite some time. He starts playing it. I'm looking at him like, oh, this motherfucker's about to get a high score on a song I haven't even beat yet. so it's there. It's there. I think he failed like right at the end, but I'm looking at like, God damn it, he's gonna get this. So it's true skill. He's awesome at Beat Saber, dude. It's pretty crazy. Like his trajectory of playing Beat Saber just skyrocketed.
I feel like the last game we all kind of got together and played with the boys was the Call of Duty beta that just dropped, the Modern Warfare one.
Yep.
I don't know if it's easier to get people on like the PC for all of us because it's like we're all using.
For all of us right now, yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
It's weird that we have all like a bunch of us have VR, but like getting together like at specific times, like I don't know, we're doing like the games night for a while, like during the bastard of unknown origin who shut down the entire world. Yeah, like we all had like our game nights and stuff. Like we're talking about that. We're like, yeah, when's the last time we all like got together and played chess again? You know, like
yeah, that's right. We did do chess. Poker was really fun.
Yeah, Snake IO. Poker night was great, dude. Yeah, poker VR. I like how they have like the stuff in there to like set up tournaments and stuff, like personal tournaments with your buddies. I was like, it's all right.
Yeah. There, Crab, shout out, was talking about wanting to do poker again.
He's been that guy's hustling us, dude. He's been playing nonstop
poker.
Yeah, I was talking to him the other day. I was like, "What you up to, man?" He's like, "I'm just playing some poker, bro." And I was like, "All right." So this guy's just been.
I won last time we played the poker night.
He's a card shark, bro. Don't trust this guy at all. If he's like, "Oh, let's just play poker," what could happen? Like this guy's been studying the game.
Yeah, right.
He's a student of the game at this point, bro.
I'm down though. I'm down.
He would still lose to us. Couple Mississippi swamp lizards, dude.
Right, for sure. I wanted to talk about a little bit about the viability of VR and esports because more and more there's been VR games that have tried to capture the esports crowd, and very recently a free-to-play sports game called Ultimechs came out, which I told you about earlier before the pod, where it's like a soccer game kind of if you think of like Rocket League but with giant mechs and you have to rocket punch the ball into some goals.
Is it too much like Rocket League, man? Like from what I just watched of it, I was like, You know what kind of remind me of is
3D Pong.
What's it called? No, foosball. Remember foosball? Yeah. With the little guys, the little soccer player.
Yep. I actually play with my kids quite a bit. We have
it kind of felt like a weirder robot foosball. Just like how they move and stuff.
Yeah. But I think the main thing is it looks fun. You know what I mean?
It looked all right. It looked all right.
Easily acceptable or easily accessible.
Yeah.
As well. I don't think you need, good VR.
It's very intuitive. Yeah, you just look at it, you're like, I get how this works.
Because there's another game that's basically Blitzball in VR. Oh man, the name's escaping me now. Ooh, that's gonna bug me.
Blitzball, the game from Final Fantasy?
Yeah, but you're like floating in the air and you're throwing stuff in VR. You're throwing
Is
like
this
the ball
how
into a goal. It's on the
end of the?
Oculus. It's
Listen, they were playing Blitzball and Final Fantasy, and this shit didn't end well for them, dude. We're gonna end up with summoners, Infrared coming back.
Right.
It's gonna be terrible. We're gonna have to
I
bring a
have the
priestess
Oculus
around
anymore. Yeah,
different continents. To summon a water spirit, dude. It'd be too much. I don't know if people are ready for that amount of drama.
Echo VR.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I got a group of people to play that before, and the game has a steep learning curve. It really does. And then the people who play it quite a bit. So you got to learn how to play. So I got like a group together, and we only played it once. Like I've played it 4 or 5 times, but it's hard playing by yourself because everyone else is like knows how to play the game. So it's hard to jump in. I'm like, hey, pass me the ball. And it's like, no, you suck, dude. And they just fly by me. I'm like, oh, well,
bunch of tryhards, dude.
Fair, So I'd lead like a group to play, but that's a game that requires VR legs as well. But I think it was really cool because you're in zero gravity and your movement is like little jetpacks, or you're like grabbing stuff and just pushing yourself on to move. So So
do you think VR esports will be a thing? It seems like
it'll be
the games niche. Are trying to get it. I don't see like any like with video game esports like for PC, like big corporations get behind them. They all go bankrupt. Like a bunch of like big companies are like, oh, we're gonna do esports. We're gonna create e-teams. And then they all like kind of collapse in on themselves. I was talking about this with my buddy the other day about like how boring regular sports are and how nobody really. Listen, I was like, my proof for this was here's my thesis. It's like people are trying to make new sports all the time and none of them fucking pick up. And I was like, the only reason these things are like a big thing is because there's like billionaires behind it who spend like millions of dollars in marketing to try and like get people into it. Yeah. So it becomes more of like tradition for families.
Like pickleball. Pickleball's the new sport of the future.
There's cricket, dude. There's rugby.
Cricket's not new, but
I'm saying they're trying to make them like big though. They're trying to be like, oh, this is the next big thing. I think like the last major sport to get through was like the AEW, right? There's like the last one to like try and get like big.
Yeah, but that's
following
like,
behind
that's scripted wrestling, though. Like I guess you could call it a big
sports. Yeah, maybe UFC. I know like one they're trying to think.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Combat sports.
I think combat sports is probably the last one that really got ahead. Do you remember like the basketball where it was like trampolines and shit? Like,
no, dude, it sounds terrible.
Yeah, dude, they had like 3 seasons, I want to say.
But I'm kind of for it.
But yeah, and you got 3 points for like a super dunk where you like do the trampoline from like super far away and you dunked it on someone. So
all right.
that was
they want NBA Jam, but in real life, dude.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, sounds cool, but then you watch it, it's just not that great.
Yeah, I think maybe they got confused because there's so much hype of like around like dunk competitions, like at half times and stuff. We're like, we're bringing out a dunk competition. We're going to throw a trampoline on this. And everyone's like, oh, and they get real hype. But that's like the hype is very small for that. Like there's that's a niche inside of a niche.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know about esports. These damn esports. They keep trying to make a new esport. They keep trying like different games as well. So like Valorant, I think the last one to kind of do it big was Blizzard. But then like they've also just had like harnessed the horrible will of the internets for like all of their tournaments that they've been doing. A lot of broken games have come out from them.
Right.
It's like the Warcraft Reforged where it kept crashing when they're trying to play
I still want to play some more Warcraft, dude, but like, good God, Reforged seems awful.
I mean, I feel like you almost need like a bigger thing like Evo. Like Evo has like a bunch of smaller games on it. Like you need like a big umbrella organization of like, you need like a VR for Evo, like a Varvo, dude.
Yeah, that's very true. And it has to be Meta who does this.
Yeah,
100% has to be that.
They're wasting billions of dollars on trash, dude. They might as well like give some of that money back to the community.
Yes, yes.
Because like, they just got to be getting robbed, right? Like this doesn't make sense. Like how much money they have invested in Meta. I know like hardware is ridiculously expensive, especially like R&D.
Yep.
And it seems like they refuse to like lock down very specific specs. Or
Zuck's an asshole. That's why. I mean,
and then what's the upcharge? Is the
bones about it? Yeah,
50% upcharge for like the asshole tax.
Right. Right. But it has to be meta to do this, and you have to have a game that's easy to follow. The current VR esport kind of viable games, or that are considered esports, are Onward, Pavlov. There's a new game that's currently in beta called Veil that's trying to be like the VR Counter Strike. What it has going for it is the character models are very simplistic, the levels are very simplistic, so it's easy to follow.
All right.
I do think that like VR shooters could do this.
Yeah.
But point of entry might be a little difficult because you have to have the big ass headset, and to go to do these tournaments, you could do them online, sure, but the problem VR has and why it has to be meta is the current esport landscape. And when I did like esport shit when I was younger, I was in hotel rooms or like hotel conference rooms, doing tournaments, like small like storefronts, or like now they're in fucking event centers, and it's like a huge thing. Like one of the biggest tournaments I've ever been in outside of like when I went to Combo Breaker was in a Holiday Inn conference room,
Okay.
and like the prize was like $3,000,
Yeah.
so I mean that's the biggest tournament like I've personally have been in before like experiencing Combo Breaker. But like that's where VR is right now. You need the stage to attract people, but you don't have stage presence just yet.
Yeah.
So
it costs a lot of money to like build it up, man.
It does, which is again why it has to be meta. You're right. They need like an event like Evo or something along those lines.
Where it's like a lot of smaller games, like it's a bigger umbrella of like, like the meta off or whatever.
There should be like smaller games, like smaller prizes, showcasing some of the popular ones, right? Like a Beat Saber booth, right? So show people who are really good at Beat Saber.
Yeah, competing for it all, dude. $2,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Something coupon to Red Lobster, dude.
Right, but it's not about the prizes. The prizes will get bigger the more you do this, and the more sponsors you get. But it's showing people that it's accessible. Like why does Evo do so well? Because you can easily buy a fighting game and learn all this and go do it.
Yeah.
Why does Counter Strike Esports do well? Because you could like the game was free for a while. You could buy it to do it. Like why esports takes off is the point of entry is so small, unlike traditional sports.
Yeah, man. You can put in the time, hours, get good, and then it's definitely like levels to upgrade like your equipment and stuff along that journey.
Yep.
One of the other benefits too of like having like a bigger beneficiary putting on like one of these like tournaments would be like just like the equipment needed like to showcase like VR properly. Like you definitely need like green screens and stuff to like show what people are doing, show the interaction, like because it's so hard to like really show like what's happening in VR
and why it's cool, right? Yeah.
It's hard to like showcase why that's cool, why it feels good. Like it, but like if you have people who know and like you have like some green screen shenanigans and some announcers that explain things, it would definitely help. It'd probably be better marketing than like the shit they're doing now. Because like everybody who like sees any of like the meta commercials, they're like, what the fuck even is this supposed to be? Who's this for? Like nobody wants this.
I've had so many people ask me what the metaverse is, and I'm like, fucking yeah. They're marketing they're doing it terrible.
Their marketing is trash, dude. Just take your marketing budget and put it into like a grand tournament of champions on an island.
Yep. So that's why this man, like I just gifted you Contractors VR. I know your VR legs aren't really there yet, but you'll build up.
Thanks,
we could do like co-op shit, dude. We could do the zombie mode. We could, like where it's like Call of Duty Zombies, or it's like waves. You can build up your VR legs that way. Dude. But then also like Ultimechs is free. We just need one more person, and we could become the gods of Ultimechs. In VR. It's tough, man, because excuse me, but I want VR to succeed. I realize we are still on the early days of VR, and I was telling other buddies, I was like, why I love VR so much right now is it's in the very exciting time, just like the early 90s for like regular console games, right? You have the AAAs who are making like tentpole releases every now and then. Great, you had that in the old days too, but most of the games you're getting are smaller studios just shooting their shot.
I think we're getting big right now
games for it.
I sent you this news that Unreal 5.1 drop, and now like the Lumen and Nanite support for VRs there. It's not great. I like watch some people using it. Some of the final builds were like crazy. I downloaded the one that I sent you. I haven't had a chance to go into it in VR yet.
Yeah.
But the demo I saw on YouTube with that guy doing that, I was like, holy crap, that's great. And then he like has the demo available for people to download. So it's like, hell yeah, dude. So I'm gonna check that out probably today. But yeah, just like real time lighting, nanite. But like those VR headsets don't have like a lot of power on their own. Like
the standalones. Yeah.
So I think the big game changers right now are going to be like PlayStation VR and like Steam. If Steam keeps up their VR
a new headset, that's
the rumors. Yeah, it keeps leaking. We'll see what happens.
And they registered a new game. They registered.
What's it called?
Didn't see it. The only thing that they got leaked from the patent office was Valve registered a new digital game or whatever, and that's what it said. I don't know if anyone found out what it's called yet, but it's going to be a project name, so you're not going to know what it is. Obviously, people are hoping Half-Life 3. I think
they already announced that was canceled like years ago.
Yeah. I don't think
officially
Half-Life 3
canceled
will
that,
ever come out. And I'm okay with that.
They officially canceled Half-Life 3 a while back, dude. Yeah, there was like a thing where they're like, yeah, we canceled this. It's done. They fired like the writers and stuff, and like they leaked like the scripts.
Canceled games.
It's dead, bro. It's dead. But anyway, all right, let it go.
I personally
would like chance of getting Left 4 Dead 3.
I would like a sequel to Half-Life Alyx. I don't think I'm going to get it, but I would like one. But also, it's not Valve isn't only Half-Life.
Yeah.
Do you remember the little free game they released, Ricochet?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Artifact.
Artifact was no. But Ricochet was a game where you're shooting discs at each other, and you have to jump on platforms and stuff. It was super fun. It was released in the Gold Source engine.
That game was whack, bro. That game was whack.
No, fuck you, dude. That game was great. That game was super fun.
Oh, dude, like, are you editing this one? Somebody put up footage of Ricochet, bro, on this one.
People are going to be spontaneously orgasming for how cool that game was.
Spontaneously combust when their minds get blown, dude.
But I would like Ricochet to come back and be in VR.
I would not like that at all. I'd rather have what's the one with it was like on a beach, was like a disc game, you know what I'm talking about? Windjammers. I'd like a Windjammers VR.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool, actually. Yeah.
Give me Windjammers.
The only one I know who bought Windjammers 2 and played it. I was 56 in the leaderboards, like in the world for Windjammers 2 on PC. I think
one of the 50 people that own that game.
Yeah, right. That's how I feel. But that game was great. Having that in VR would be really cool. But dude, I think we're. Is there any like
volleyball games in VR? Like, I feel like there's like some low hanging fruit that like. There's like table tennis is like a thing, but
table tennis is amazing. Yeah.
Volleyball. Do they have like actual tennis in there?
I haven't seen like any, but it's not good because the problem is the locomotion. That's why table tennis works so well.
Yeah,
it's small enough where you can actually move in life, and not need that much room.
I like to see like some sort of anime-esque, volleyball, dodgeball would be fun.
Dodgeball would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, just the classic NES games. Remember that with like the guys from like River City Ransom?
Yeah.
They had like a volleyball game and dodgeball game. It was great.
Yeah, that was.
Bring those back.
Yeah. We're in this era of VR where we're like the NES era of VR. Like where you're just making games that are fun. So I think that's what we'll do. I think that if they can get an arena, if Meta decides to do,
we're calling it here, dude. Like we've been Babe Ruthing all this stuff. Meta's going to put on a tournament, dude. Tournament of Champions. I feel like high level people listen to this podcast, bro.
For sure.
At Xbox and Meta.
Yeah, right.
Because like I feel like some of my ideas have been like coming through, and I'm like, I see you guys.
Right.
I appreciate it.
For sure.
We're giving these $1 million ideas away for free. $1 billion ideas, dude.
Yeah. So
they need the Tournament of Champions. Take your marketing budget, fire that whole department because they're fucking trash, and then just hire a esports team. Tournament organizers. Not like you don't want your own teams. That's always whack, dude. Nobody wants like the Blizzard team, dude. Like this bullshit. What you want to do is run the tournament.
Yep.
Do that.
So
take your $6 million marketing budget and put on like $1 million tournaments, dude.
Seriously, what they could do, because they have enough money for this. Take that big ass marketing budget, right?
and shove it up their ass, brother.
Play it on like MTV or not MTV, like ESPN3.
Yeah, the Ocho.
Street Fighter got Evo tournaments played on ESPN.
Yeah.
You know, have the casters
put it on ESPN Plus.
Right. Or even like a big
Twitch.
YouTube thing, but just like fucking market the shit out of it. You know, so it's the
put
first
on,
thing
like,
you
Facebook.
see on Twitch, first thing you see on
streaming.
Facebook, first thing you see on YouTube. And
that's the other thing. Oh, if we're talking about features that should just be there, how come like I can't just like hook up my Instagram and shit so it's like I can see pictures of things? Like it doesn't make sense that like Facebook. Yeah, I'm trying to look at thoughts on my desktop in VR, dude. How come like you can't take like VR pictures and post those to Instagram? You know what I'm saying? Where like, why isn't there like an Instagram VR where like you can like take like a 3D like render of like an image? You know what I'm saying? So you can like go around inside like a space of like a game.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be. And they own all that stuff. Why is like you should be able to like look at your Facebook and shit. Like their dashboard very lacking. They need to redo their dashboard. It was fine when it was just like programmers and you know everybody else using it, but now they're have like an official product for regular plebs, dude. They need to redo this. Make it. They have like 6 buttons at the bottom, and like 3 of them do the same shit. Like you have like Explore, you have like what you have installed, and then like Explore just shows you like what you have installed, but like at like a drive level. And then like the next one just shows you like what's already installed, but like as little thumbnails. Yeah. And then you have like the store one that like shows you shit you can buy. And then they have like the the dashboard tab that shows you other shit you can buy. It's like it doesn't make sense. You have 2 like buy tabs and like 2 tabs that show me. Get rid of all that shit, dude. Like nobody wants it. Streamline it. Make it simple. Keep it simple. It's ridiculous.
Dude. Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah. So like this was also trending real quick at the end. See, this we're asking to drop the mandatory Xbox Series S support. They just want to do the Series X. Yeah, they're like, this S is holding us back, dude.
How do you feel about that?
I'm okay. I'm all for it. It shouldn't be mandatory.
You owning the S?
Yeah. I feel like most shit will come to Game Pass anyway. So it's like, even if you don't have like play in the cloud, it is what it is. Like I know that I bought like the cheaper version of it. I'm not going to be like, oh, I want to, I didn't spend $300 extra. That's on me. And that's okay. Like if it's going to be like a next gen game and it's going to be like 4K, that's what they're shooting for. They're hitting like all these benchmarks. They're like, we want 60 FPS, 4K. We want this for like 80-inch TV, home, Adobe Atmos fucking systems, dude. That's what we're aiming for. I'm like, go for it, man. I don't think like Xbox should be like, no, you have to make this like 1440p, play at 30 hertz. Like you have to lock it in at that too. And I don't know, like I know like PC, you always have like the configuration options and stuff for how you do things. So I don't know what the technical limitations would be that would prevent you from having some sort of slider that does that. But
or scaling, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know every engine. I don't know what like teams are working with. But like, some teams have been asking for that, and I'm like, do it. Like, don't hold them back.
I actually like the fact that they're requiring you to have it run on the S as well, because it forces developers to think of scaling, which helps the PC side when these games get ported. Because notoriously console games ran like crap on the PC, and it's just gotten better over time.
And everyone's still using like 1060s and stuff on PC, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to like have like a lower target and then go for big.
Right. I think we're in the last stage of the PS4 and the Xbox One being supported too, so it's time to retire those and just next gen is now current gen, dude. We're here. We made it in VR.
We're in the future.
VR is on the come up. So to end here, Chip and I will be becoming the gods of Ultimechs.
We'll see you at the meta tournament,
dude. I'm going to be cleaning up my VR area right after this pod. So hopefully
I clean up my apartment at this pod.
If not today, very soon during the week, we'll play some Ultimechs. We'll get it going. We need a third, so we'll figure that out.
Yeah,
but it'll be good shit. All right, brother. So for the Wombo podcast, I am Mr. Gimpy.
Chipmunk.
Hey, you guys have a great day. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.
Share, subscribe. We out. Peace. Yeah, bitch.